Hey everybody, this is Andrew from T is for Tech, and today I'm going to be taking just a quick look at this lavalier microphone from MOVO, and it's called the uLav. So this is a clip-on lavalier microphone, as you would imagine here, but it's for USB-C devices. If you want to use your phone or your iPad or some other newer device that has a USB-C connection, you can use this to record your voice. If you're a YouTube creator or you want to start a podcast or you want to do anything really where you want to record vocals in your voice, something like this would be a good start for those that want to use those devices that I mentioned, right? You can use it on a computer too that has a USB-C connection. So anything that has a USB-C connection and you want to have a mic input for, you can use this. Again, filmmakers, photographers, vloggers, podcasters, anybody creating any kind of content on a mobile device or a computer or that sort of thing, you might want to take a look at this. Now, obviously, there are other devices that have 3.5 millimeter audio jacks, and those are very common. There's some lightning connector specific ones for iPhones and iPads that have the lightning connector, but again, USB-C. This has obviously a USB-C connector. It's omnidirectional polar pattern, battery-free operation, and has about an 80-inch cable length. So that should be pretty good if you are needing a lengthy cable. So we're going to take a look at this real quick, unbox it. Comes with obviously a little bit of materials, talks about placement, etc. So the one thing I'll say is, generally I've seen USB-C microphones like this work with other devices, right? Like I said, computers, iPads, the newer iPads that have USB-C. Now this officially, if you look at this instruction manual, it doesn't really talk about iDevices or anything like that. It really talks about any Android device with Type-C connector. Can offer up to 18-bit 48 kilohertz resolution, frequency response of 50 hertz to 20 kilohertz. And they give a list of all the kind of devices that it can support, Samsung, Huawei, Xiaomi, Meizu, LG, Oppo, Vivo, Google Pixel, and more, right? So, specifically, even though this thing doesn't really say anything about it on the box, the manual says that it's more geared for Android devices. So I don't know, I'm going to test it on an Android device today because my primary phone is a Galaxy Note 20 Ultra. Potentially we'll test this out in the future on a different device to see if it actually works. But I don't have anything handy now, so I'm just going to do this with Android, which is good because that's what they say they support. So you can see, long cable. You've got the MOVO logo on the end, the USB-C end, pretty decent connector there. And then you have an integrated cable tie or cable strap that you can take off if you want. Your typical alligator style clip. It's metal. And then you have the microphone capsule itself and kind of like a clip so you can take that on and off. Little foam windscreen. And it feels like, it looks like the capsule is metal. So that's nice. And there you go. Now, what I'm going to do, you also get a kind of fake leather bag that you can keep it in, store it in. It's got the MOVO logo. That's all you basically get in the bag, or get in the box. So what I'm going to do here, because right now I'm talking through the camera with a Sony lavalier microphone, and that's directly to the camera. What I'm going to do is I'm going to plug this into my phone, and then I'm going to also put this on my shirt. And right now it's right next to the other microphone. And I'm going to start a recording app on my phone. So this is the Smart Recorder app. Let me find it here, show you which one I use. So you could use the Samsung voice recorder, obviously. I just find that one doesn't work as well. But this is what I'm using. I have this, it's called Smart Recorder, high quality voice recorder from SmartMob. I did buy this. I think it was only like $1.99 to get the no ad version and be able to do a few additional features. So we'll open that up, and in here you have the ability to change your sample rate, change the quality and all that. If you want to pause during phone calls, do not disturb, so your phone won't start going off when you're recording. And you can also do the microphone adjustment. Testing, 1, 2, 3. So there's a couple different things here. Like, it has device auto gain control, or you can calibrate it. I'm going to leave it on the auto gain because I think in the past that was working pretty well. So, okay, a bunch of settings, and then basically I'm just going to start recording. So as you can see there, you get a little bit of levels and things like that that pop up, but hopefully you can hear what this sounds like, because I am using this audio now in the video so that you can see or hear the difference in the quality. And again, this is the first time I'm doing this, so I don't know what this sounds like really at all. So I'll have to kind of check it out when we go over to the computer in a few seconds here and see what this sounds like. But again, like, I've had some MOVO microphones in the past for various things. None of them were obviously USB-C. I had, I don't even know, I think I might have had it on this channel, or if not, I was just doing it for just testing purposes. I don't recall if I even made a video. If I did make a video, the link will be above in the card. But I've done 200 and something videos for a channel. Sometimes I forget what I actually have worked on in the past. So again, this is just clipped to the collar of my shirt. So it's kind of right below where you typically would have a lavalier microphone. Now this is a mono microphone, obviously, whereas the Sony microphone that I was using just prior to this is a stereo microphone. So you might have heard a little bit of difference in the sound from the earlier on recording of this to now because of that fact. One is a mono, the other is a stereo. But most, obviously, lavaliers are mono lavaliers, so that's typically what you're going to have anyways. So hopefully this sounds good. What I'm going to do is actually just jump over to the computer now and review this sound and probably provide some commentary on whether I think it sounds good or it does not, based on listening back in Adobe Premiere. So we'll jump over to the computer and finish up this review. So as you can see, I was just reviewing that when I was editing in Premiere, and I put the little note on the screen that it sounded pretty terrible. So since I did that recording as part of that video, I have tried to test it a couple different times with both my Galaxy Note 20 and I have a OnePlus 7 Pro that I also use the sound recorder app to record, and it's just super high gain. Like, I don't know what the deal is. I could not adjust the sound any better than that. So it's like super overpowering, and I don't know if it's the auto gain adjustment in those recorder apps or what, but I could not get that sound to not kind of max out on the top end and get that distortion. So I don't know. Like I said, I was running into issues. I probably spent another hour just messing around with both of those devices and recording a bunch of different samples, and I could not get it to sound any better than it did just there that you were listening to. So I don't know. Obviously that's not good. And you know, that is what it is. I mean, that's the experience that I had. So at this point, unless I just got a bad unit or I'm doing something terribly wrong on my end, I cannot get a better sound out of that lavalier than I did in this video. So we'll have to check it out maybe a little bit later. Might have to email MOVO to see and get their feedback on that, if there's something again that I can do to make it sound a little better. But at this point, you know, it's a little bit disappointing for me. So I don't know if anybody else out there has one of these or has tried one of these USB-C lavaliers with their Android phones. If you have any tips or tricks or whatnot that you can help me out, you know, go ahead and drop those in the comments below. This is Andrew from T is for Tech. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.